Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. We are in the fall teams tournament. Very exciting. Very happy to be here with my co-host today, Kaleb Boatman. Kaleb, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. This should actually be a really good match.
Yeah, no, I've been looking forward to this one for a while. We have the Manhattan Project returning, Kaleb Koho, Thomas Scully going up against Bounty Hunters Anonymous, Jake Marangoni or Macaroni or whatever you want to call him, and Antonio Chavez. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. What do you think of the matchup?
Yeah, I think it should be really interesting. I think that, Manhattan Project kind of came out swinging, but Bounty Hunters Anonymous have always kind of been there, creating upsets. So I think this should be a really interesting match.
Yeah, and there's we can't hide the fact that in round one of tournaments, questions are a little easier. You have team the seedings don't really mean a whole hell of a lot when you have players like these four who are all very good at what they do coming in and playing trivia. So it's not just a 5 versus a 12. It could be, who knows? It's really exciting, and that's why I love round one of tournaments. I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to go talk to the teams right now in the promos.
Guys, I'm going to list off some movies, and you tell me if they're in fandom. Dr. and Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Bohemian Rhapsody, Sicario, Arrival, 11/22/63, Hangover, Wedding Crashers, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Scully, I hope you have a backpack because you're going to have to do all the heavy lifting because I don't see many fandom films. The few I do see is Kung Fu Panda 2, Sinbad, and Over the Hedge. I hope you hit DreamWorks and 3 of the questions are out of those movies. Guys, these are 2 players versus 1 and a person that is really good at data fandom. So go out there, play your game, and hope they spin something that he's never watched. So, you guys ready to play?
Yeah. I got my COVID shot yesterday, and I watched Memories of Murder. So I feel pretty great.
Nice. Let's play.
All right. So, Bounty Hunters Anonymous are a good team. You can't argue that. But I can also argue that if you're going to say that me watching Bohemian Rhapsody doesn't help, I don't know how Memories of Murder is going to make Jake any better than I am. But also, I got 3 title match appearances to prove that I can do this thing anyway. But I feel good about this match. I feel pretty good about our odds against this team. But I also think that, like Tim said, round 1 of a tournament, I think it can really happen. Jake and Antonio have proven that they're very solid. So we'll see how this goes. Scully.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Antonio and Jake. They like Tim said, they've been around the league for the last year and a half or so, and they've racked up a lot of really quality matches, wins and losses. Their loss to Boat and Albert in round 1. A performance like that wins you probably any other match you play. So that's scary to think about that we're in that same kind of match again. But it's late. I got a head cold. I don't sound very good. So let's just get to it.
Let's play this thing.
All right, Bo, thought on the promos.
They both had barbs about who's watching movies or not watching enough movies. And I think everyone should watch 1991's Defending Your Life, directed by Albert Brooks.
I recently did. It was delightful. So we are going to get into round number 1. Here's how it's going to work. There are going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of fandom fights. Each question is going to be worth 1 point apiece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question. 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Any question, gentlemen, as we get started?
Let's do it.
Okay, Boatman, you want to kick us off with question 1?
Sure. Your first question comes in the category of Planet of the Apes. How many Apes films feature the character of Dr. Zaius? There wasn't an "of" in the document, but I added that. I didn't mean to. It just rolled off the tongue.
How many? Yeah, I guess.
It works both ways.
It does. It absolutely does. I think you did lovely. 5.
Thank you.
4, 3,
Dr.
Two.
Zayas, Dr. Zayas.
One. Pens down. Antonio, we're going to start with you.
3.
Koho.
3.
Jake.
It's my favorite number, 3.
Scully.
I said 2.
2 is correct.
Oh,
So
Oh,
Scully.
I could have swore that.
Scully is the only one to hit. Was that a question of a challenge, Mr. Koho?
No, I thought Heston was Zayas in that one, but I also remember
What?
saying
I
that.
never
Don't,
thought so.
don't question it. We got a point. Shut
No,
up.
you're right. I just realized he's uncredited, so it doesn't matter. So I'm an idiot.
And
Shut it.
that doesn't play that character. Okay, anyway, we are going to move on to the next question, which is in Star Wars. Which of Jin's family members is killed by Orson Krennic's men at the beginning of Rogue One, a Star Wars story? Also known as the one that everybody likes that I think is kind of...
I'm with you, Tim. I'm with you.
The ending is cool. Everything. I think...
To be fair, people don't respect my opinions on Star Wars because
That's
I
fine.
don't really like a lot of it.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the question.
1. All right, that's going to be Koho's or Manhattan's first repeat. Which of Jin's family members is killed by Orson Krennic's men at the beginning of Rogue One, a Star Wars story?
Sorry,
You know,
just wanna
Tim,
make sure
I
heard the question right.
I don't like to get into fights like these, but why don't they call it Womanhattan Project? Why has it got to be Manhattan Project?
Caleb Boatman is now on the trade block.
5,
Is that you, Spence?
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Koho.
Mom.
Jake.
her mother/woman who gave birth to her.
Scully.
Oh, look, it's Lyra back from the dead. Mother.
And Antonio.
Her mother.
Mother is correct. What is next, Boatman?
Your next question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol? Why isn't there a zombie protocol?
What's
All
wrong
right.
with you?
Vampire protocol.
You were, I want to give a behind the scenes. We just hosted another match together. You were a little weird, but you always are. But you were pretty normal, all things considered. Now, all of a sudden, you are a wild man. What is happening?
Like a
Let's-
werewolf. Werewolf protocol.
3,
Bazinga.
2, 1. Pens down. My lord. Jake.
Michael Giacchino.
Scully.
You would have hated Iowa, Tim. Michael Giacchino.
I've been there before. Let's go to Antonio.
Michael Giacchino.
And Koho.
Michael Giacchino.
Michael Giacchino is correct. Another clean sweep as we get into the next question, which is in James Bond Jimmy B. In what country is Blofeld's base located in You Only Live Twice?
I will restrain myself from making a joke, but it may or may not have involved Meghan Trainor's 2014 big hit song.
I don't know what that is. I want to die. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All about that bass.
Hands down. Stop. My lord.
Wow.
Scully.
I believe it's Austria.
We'll go to Antonio.
Oh, close. Germany.
We'll go to Koho.
I said Japan.
We'll go to Jake.
I said Japan.
Japan is correct.
It's from Japan.
Oh, I misheard the question. Fucking Christ.
All right. What is next, Mr. Boatman?
Your next question comes in the category of fandom quotes. Which Wizarding World professor said the quote, "Oh, the 3 broomsticks and I go way back, farther back than I care to admit. Why I can remember when it was just 1 broomstick."
What is your how do you feel about the Potter franchise?
I like them. I will admit it has been a while since I have revisited them, but I was not allowed to watch them for the longest time, and when I finally did, I just went all in and I loved them.
Yeah, it's a good time. 5, 4, 3,
Of course you weren't.
1. Pens down. Let's start with Antonio
You Professor Slughorn?
and Koho.
I said Professor McGonagall.
and Jake,
I also said Professor McGonagall.
and Scully.
Horse Slug.
Slughorn is
I even thought
correct.
about it.
So we keep it a 1-point game, 7-6. Is that what you have, Boatman?
That is what I have.
All right, your next question is in Star Trek. Star Trek. Which Star Trek film was the first one directed by Jonathan Frakes?
Tim, did you ever watch the movie Clock Stoppers? It was like an early 2000s family food movie.
First Date by Blink 182 is featured, and All the Small
That
Things is
soundtrack
featured.
rocks. Did you know that's directed by Jonathan Frakes?
I did somewhere in my brain, but you reminded me. That movie slaps.
It's Jonathan
5,
Frakes' best movie.
4,
Don't at me.
3.
Yeah, French Stewart should have got an Oscar nod for his performance.
Pens down. Let's go to Koho
Star Trek First Contact.
and Jake
I have Infinity for Thunderbirds. Star Trek First Contact.
and Scully
Both gonna have a pissed off team partner. Star Trek First Contact.
and Antonio.
Star Trek First Contact.
First Contact is correct. Another clean sweep. What is next, Mr. Boatman?
Your next question comes in the category of Marvel. What is the name of the newspaper that Peter works for in Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy?
I just want everyone to know that we did not know what match we were writing for when we wrote this question, and we did feel it was unfair to change it after writing it just because of maybe someone in this room really enjoying these movies.
Are you saying this hero could be vindicated in this situation?
5, 4, 3,
Kick him
2.
out.
I am selfish. I am wrong. Pens down. Let's start with Jake
It's the Daily Bugle.
and Scully
The Daily Bugle.
and Antonio
Daily Bugle.
and Koho.
The Daily Bugle.
Daily Bugle is correct. Another
I have the
clean
Lego
sweep.
set of the Daily Bugle in my
Of course you do.
room. Of course.
All right, guys. Your next question is in Disney live action. Who plays the titular BFG in the BFG?
Tim, do you enjoy the Chips Bugles?
Yeah, they're fine. I like putting them on
I
my
really
fingers.
like them. You know, you put them on your fingers, you make
Yeah.
Wolverine claws. Even though they're not really Wolverine claws.
Yeah,
More
no,
like
they're-
X2 claws.
Yeah. I know what
Right.
you meant when you said X2, but yes. 5, 4, 3, 2. They're quite tasty. 1. Pens down. We will start with Scully
Mark Rylance.
and Antonio
Mark Rylance.
and Koho
Mark Rylance.
and Jake.
Mark Rylance.
Mark Rylance is correct. Another clean sweep as we get into the penultimate question, which is what, Boatman?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of YA dystopia. What is Cinna's profession in the Hunger Games franchise? You know, have you heard the story of Mark Rylance making Mark Ruffalo really upset at the Oscars? Because he
No.
hears the name, he and Rylance were nominated, and he hears Mark Ruh, and Ruffalo gets really excited because he thinks he's going to win. And
Yeah.
then I-Lance.
I also felt that because I wanted Ruffalo to win. 5,
Christian Bale looked fair.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. I can't remember what movie that was at the time.
Big Short.
Oh yeah, I think that's right. Antonio,
Oh, sure. I put outfit designer.
Koho,
Fashion designer.
Jake,
Fashion designer.
and Scully.
Fashion designer.
We can accept all those answers. Manhattan still leads by 1 point. It is 15-14 as we get into the final question of the round, which is in horror icons. And the question is, which Nightmare on Elm Street film was the first to feature Freddy's mother?
A lot of mother questions,
Mother.
but nothing about the Bong Joon-ho movie or the Darren Aronofsky movie.
Will you accept just subtitles? Or
Yes, we can take
Okay.
just a
Okay.
subtitle because we already said what series.
That's a joke I can make, but I'm not going to.
That's fair. That's 1. Pens down. We will start with Koho.
The Dream Master.
We will go to Jake.
Dream Warriors.
We will go to Scully.
Dream Warriors.
And we will go to Antonio.
I changed at the last second. Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors is correct. So if I'm not mistaken, Boatman, I have a tie
Are we
game.
accepting the Dream Warriors?
Yes, we can. I think we could accept
Okay.
the Dream. I don't see why not.
All right, I didn't know if
Yeah, I don't see why not. We can. Yeah.
is there if there's a the and it's not added. That yeah, I just because in Warzone we don't do
We're
that.
not gonna challenge. You're good.
Yes, I'm accepting all the answers.
Okay.
If someone wants to do something else, they can. But I believe that has a tie game, 16-16.
Yep, that's what I have.
Okay, so we are going to move on to round number 2. Here's how it's going to work. We are going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each team is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again, but they have to keep whatever they spin the second time. Each question will be worth 2 points apiece. Unless you check to multiple choice, then it will be worth only 1. Stealing is available in round 2, so be on the lookout. The categories on the wheel today are Fandom Oscars, Disney Live Action, Marvel, MCU, Disney Animation, DreamWorks Animation, World of DC, and Mission Impossible. So we are tied, but Manhattan is the higher seeded team. Would you guys like to spin first or defer to Bounty Hunters Anonymous?
Defer.
All right, Bounty Hunters Anonymous. You guys are spinning first. Here is your first spin. And it lands on Mission Impossible. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I think it'd be smart if we stick with that.
I think so too. Let's
Okay.
keep it.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So keeping it.
Peace.
Oh, sorry. Were you good,
Always.
Cody? You were good.
Just be
Cody?
smart.
All right. So, gentlemen, you are keeping the category of Mission Impossible. I'm going to have Kaleb Boatman read you your questions. Are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Boatman, are you ready?
I don't. Oh, I do see the questions now. Okay, so I am ready.
All right. Go ahead.
Bounty Hunters, your first question in the category Mission Impossible. Which Mission Impossible film features a horse race?
That's Mission Impossible 2.
Yes.
Mission Impossible 2, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Next question. Who stabbed Sarah Davies during the mission in Prague in Mission Impossible?
Who stabs?
Oh, that's
It's Jean Reno. You remember?
yeah.
his character?
What's his name? It's Krieger, right? His name?
Yeah, go for it.
Krieger. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Your next question. Who plays Solomon Lane in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation?
That's Sean Harris.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so. Okay.
Sean Harris, final answer.
Correct for 2 points. In Mission Impossible 3, from where is Julia kidnapped by Davian's men?
It's at the hospital she works at.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, the hospital she works at. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And finally, what disease did the Apostles unleash in Kashmir in Mission Impossible Fallout?
Ooh.
I think I might remember it on multiple choice. But I'm not-
Multiple?
I'm not
Yeah,
idea.
I'm cool with multiple.
All right, multiple choice.
All right. A, Ebola. B, smallpox. C, yellow fever. D, chimera.
So
Not Camaro.
I think they know it. I think I'm for a fact I know they know it. So it's either A or B.
Uh-huh.
So let's think. Smallpox. I was thinking Ebola.
I was thinking Ebola too.
Let's use a repeat of the options, please.
Yeah.
A, Ebola. B, smallpox. C, yellow fever. D, chimera. And Antonio, can you bring your other hand up, please?
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say it's between the two, and that's a
I was sticking with Ebola. That's the one that
Yeah.
goes
Yeah,
first.
let's go with Ebola. Go for it.
Oh, yeah. Final answer. Ebola.
That is incorrect. Manhattan Project for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Ebola, B, smallpox, C, yellow fever, D, chimera.
Smallpox.
Yeah.
Smallpox final answer.
That is correct for 1 point
Yeah.
steal.
All right, so Bounty Hunters gets their total up to 24, but with that
Yep.
steal in there, Manhattan is up to 17. Is that what you have?
That is what I have.
All right, so we will bring it back in Mr. Holtzman and the wheel. This is going to be the spin for Manhattan. And it lands on Disney Animation. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Can we see the options on the wheel again, please?
Yes, the other options are Fandom Oscars, Disney Live Action, Worlds of DC, Marvel, DreamWorks, MCU, or Disney Animation, or Spinners or Opponent's Choice.
There's not a thing on this wheel I don't like.
Same.
There's
I mean,
so I think
Kinda wanna go
if
for
you
it.
guys feel really confident about this, then I'd say keep it. But at the end of the day, there's nothing we're afraid of, and we want something we can try to run for 10 because they are doing pretty well.
Right.
Okay.
What do you think, Scully?
Oh,
There you go.
I mean, it's tough. I think we can do really well in it.
You want to take a gamble?
My gut is telling me to keep it.
All right, let's keep it. We'll keep it.
All right, you guys got this. Use your repeats. Yeah.
All right. Keeping Disney Animation, Manhattan Project, I will give you your questions in the category of Disney Animation. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
All right. Your first question. Which Disney animated film features a dog named Bruno and a cat named Lucifer?
Cinderella.
Yes. Go for it.
Cinderella, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Why is Jumba sent to prison at the beginning of Lilo and Stitch?
Do you know the specific phrasing? Just to be
Well,
safe.
it's illegal. I believe it's illegal experimentation.
It is illegal experimentation. I think they can just accept that. I don't know if we need to
Okay,
be more
so
specific.
if you're confident, then go for that. Or what?
5.
Illegal experimentation, final answer.
We can accept that for 2 points. All right. Your third question. In The Fox and the Hound, Copper is being trained to do what?
Hunt
He's-
the hound dog.
Well, he's being trained to be
A hunting dog.
Yeah, a hunting dogs. All right.
Okay. You want to go for that?
Hunting dog. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. Which MCU actor voices Chief Bogo in Zootopia?
Idris
That-
Elba.
Chief Bogo is yes.
Yep. Idris Elba, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. And your final question. In Alice in Wonderland, the walrus and carpenter coerce a group of what sea creature to their deaths?
It's oysters.
Oysters. Go for it.
Oysters, final answer.
And that is correct for the clean sweep.
It's my favorite song in that movie.
I'm sorry. That brings your total up to Manhattan up to 27 to Bounty Hunters 24. Is that what you have, Boatman?
That is what I have.
All right. It is a 3-point game as we get into round number 3. It is the betting round. Here's how it's going to work. We are going to say a category. The teams are then going to have to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question and who is going to take that question. Whoever takes the first one, the other player has to take the second. It resets for questions 3 and 4, and you can work together on question 5. Manhattan, you have 2 repeats remaining, and Bounty Hunters, you have all 3. Are there any questions as we get into round number 3? All right, we will get started then with round number 3 with your first category, which is horror icons. So who's going to take it, and how many points are you going to bet?
So I think Scully should take it.
Yeah.
I agree.
And Scully, are you thinking Old Yeller? You thinking Jason X maybe?
I don't. Look, I'll be honest. I forgot the code. To be completely honest.
Well, alrighty then.
0, 1, or 2, Shelly.
I think I'm going to go 1.
Okay.
I think Jake has to take this.
Okay.
Okay. I will also bet one. I can just.
I think you bet 2.
If it's a nightmare question, I should get it. If it's either of the other 2, I'm a little skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's round 1 of a tournament, but okay.
All right.
You do you.
All right. You know what? I will trust you, Cody. I will go.
Win, lose, or draw. What does it matter, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is an atomic bomb we're going up against, guys. What the fuck are we supposed
It's
to do?
true.
Sure.
We're supposed to
Cody,
survive.
you forgot. You got to tell them to breathe.
I already lost all my hair.
We're good.
Let's get so it's who's taking it? It's Jake and Scully.
Yeah.
Okay, Jake, how many points are you betting?
2.
And Scully.
1.
All right, your question. In Friday the 13th, Part 3, the biker gang that Jason kills originally sneaks to the camp to steal what from the campers?
Have you ever stolen anything from a camp, Tim?
Other than loads of fun? I don't think so.
I once stole
For the whole
$200 worth of penguin plushies and then unloaded them on the black market of Saskatchewan.
Someone stop him. Oh my god.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jake
I just said drugs.
and Scully.
Gasoline.
Gasoline is correct. So Manhattan hitting that will go up to 28. And my marker is dying. And Bounty Hunters will lose 2 points, going down to 22. It is now a 6-point game with 4 questions remaining. The next category the next category that you can bet points on is James Bond.
Oh, fuck.
And it's
I think you should bet most James Bond movies on this one.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I wish I was.
I'm gonna bet Skyfall.
They just go for it.
Well,
He fucking hasn't seen him, guys. Let's be real. Craig's the only thing that rises. Bet 2.
All right.
fuck it.
All right.
What the fuck does it matter at this point?
Is the game over if Koho gets it and Antonio misses?
No, because it's still. Wait.
It'll
He's
still be-
he's betting 0.
It depends on how
Well,
much
he's been
people
zero, that's
bet,
fine.
Jake.
Like a 2 point. Yeah, I think that's.
Hey, how's the game work again?
Do you want? I mean, we
Guys.
can bet 0 and then 3, but then any category comes up right now, and he bets. This is our shot to if he actually can guess the
Yeah.
correct
Okay,
answer.
yeah.
We move up 2. If he misses it, well, fuck, we get to go home early. What the fuck?
Yeah, and use
Would like to buy a
Antonio,
vowel.
use all your repeats if you have to. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you
all
right
right.
now. If you have to,
Okay.
use
Guess
all
a
your
great
repeats.
country if it's a country question. Let's play. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Breathe.
All right. So, Antonio, how many points are you betting?
2.
Okay, Koho.
0.
All right, Boatman, what is the question?
Your question in the category of Jimmy Bond. After Bernard Lee, who was the next person to play M?
Boatman, I believe we are in a situation. If Antonio misses this, the match is over. But if he hits it, we will move on to the next question.
Do you have a favorite flavor of M&M?
Aren't they like all the same? They're all
Like
just chocolate.
peanut butter,
Oh, 5.
pretzel. Pretzel's my favorite.
Not really. 3, 2.
You're
1.
weird.
Pens down. We will start with Koho
I think it's Robert Brown.
and Antonio.
That's one. Judy Dench.
And your winner, the Manhattan Project. The answer was Robert Brown. But Koho not betting anything doesn't get any points, but Antonio missing there does end the match. Boatman, what did you think?
Round 2, both teams, got a category they were happy with. Really, it was just that one last Mission Impossible question that really shaped the way into round 3, and then that Friday the 13th question. But overall, for a match that ends this early, it was a good match.
Absolutely, I agree. So we're going to start by talking to the unfortunate second place finishers today. Bounty Hunters Anonymous. Guys, really good match. You did really well in Mission Impossible. You were between the right answer and the one you guessed on that last question. But overall, a great round 1, 16 points, nothing to sneeze at. Really good in Mission Impossible. Just round 3 didn't seem to fall in your house today. So how are we feeling?
I mean, against that team, regardless, you're going to have to bet every point. Like, I mean, against one half of that team. The other one's great at reading notes, cards, and shit. Bernard Lee came off of Scully. Scully, literally, if you left to every faction and I didn't have to watch your fucking movies, like, you take notes and give them to me. You're literally helping that entire organization. You should actually start a charity organization. You do a really good job. But overall, like, I've literally heard them talk and, like, I've never seen that fucking movie. It was all the way in Fandom, but thanks to Scully, New Jurassic Park. Yeah, it just sucks. They're gonna go on. They're a really good team. Scully is the second, third best Fandom player in this game. There's no question about it. Like, the man busts his ass. The amount of movies he watches, the shit, like God, fucking. If he joined Warzone and like studied like decades, like you study Fandom movies, I think he could be a champion at one point. Like, but overall, we played a really strong game up until that point. But the last 2 categories, horror icons, we had to bet. That's the thing. We're down 3. We have to end up swinging, or we meet Scully on 2 of those questions where he just going to bet 2 and match us the entire way, and he even knew horror icons. So overall, I mean, I'm not sad that bad, but we'll be back next year or something, or Fandom. I don't. Who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows?
Yeah. I wish the match ended after our round 2, like even before the round 2. Then we good. But no, it's I mean, it was between 2 and the Mission Impossible question, and we went with the wrong one. And then I haven't seen Friday 13 Part 3, and the James Bond question was just one that we didn't know. Yeah, I don't know. I talked to Antonio about this, but I think we're gonna close the book on Bounty Hunters Anonymous. I mean, we're 2 and 4 right now, and I would like to, as relaxed free as we are in these matches, I want to be even less stressful in these situations. But we have fun, and I think Antonio, if he gets the right partner who will be as dedicated as he is, I think he could be a strong Fandom team next season. I just want to be more about the funs and the lols. So yeah, but we had fun. We had good times.
Hell yes, we had good times.
Well, I am sorry to hear that. I always did enjoy Bounty Hunters Anonymous, but I think you guys played really well. Strong team. You have some of the best moments in the league. Your comeback earlier this year against Lights, Camera, and Action is definitely one.
I will be upset. I will cry. A tear will come out of my eye if that does not get nominated for Match of the Year. Match of the Year. A tear will come out.
It's an excellent match. You guys were a great team. Sad to see you go, but really great job nonetheless. We'll see you guys in some capacity again eventually, I assume. But we will bring in the winning team.
Sorry.
Are you crying because Bounty Hunters Anonymous just broke?
I am. I'm crying on the inside.
That's what the coolest logo, the coolest name. They have everything.
They did have the coolest.
They had the coolest logo.
I'm sad that logo is gone, and the team.
I was very proud of that logo.
But Manhattan Project, another win on the record. Going on to round number 2. How are we feeling?
Feels good. There were a couple hiccups in round 1 from me. I should have trusted my instinct to erase the bottom half of my 3 and do 2 at the last second. But then I was like, trust my gut, and then it fucked me over. So anyway, you always look back, hindsight 2020. But oh well. I think we played pretty good.
Yeah. I definitely misheard the bond question. I thought you said Under Majesty's Secret Service. I was wrong. It was the other one. So we probably should have had another couple points there, but at the end of the day, we won, so who cares? I'm glad we stuck with our gut on Disney Animation because we both ran through that earlier in the year. We both watched the entire filmography of that category, so I think that's that was a smart decision on our part, and just unfortunate for Bounty Hunters that they had 2 categories that they weren't particularly strong in round 3. The horror question. I mean, that's a great horror question, but pretty tough for people who haven't either seen the movie or haven't seen it in a while. And that's just the way it goes. But I'm sad to see them go. They were a great team to watch, great team to not root for because we're on the rival faction, but maybe kind of root for at times.
Sometimes.
But we're just excited for
Not really much.
whoever's next.
All right. Well, next you have the winner of License to Chill, and Isn't It Phyronic? So who do you want out of those?
Chill. Probably. Like, to be honest, I think Chill is the more impressive team to play. No offense to Spence and Shake, but I would love to play Butler and Menchaca. Menchaca's been having one hell of a season.
There have been conversations amongst these two, looking at the bracket for this tournament, about, hey, let's just fight the first order on the way to the finals.
Basically,
I mean, look, I've had to mute my microphone every match this season because Cody's on the other end doing a promo against me. So if that happens again, great. If not, if we get Spence and Shay,
I would love to play Spence.
we get to finally shut Spence up for all the shit they've been talking all year long.
I appreciate the person that Spence is, but I would love to knock their ego down a little bit.
But to be very serious, Butler has had a fantastic year. He's pushed me to the limit twice now. And Shaka's had a monstrous year. I've loved watching him play and grow into a champion contender. So yeah, whoever it is on the other side, we'll be ready, and we'll just be ready to have fun and play.
Robert Brown is particularly good in License to Kill, Cody. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, you had to.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Boatman, any final thoughts?
I agree. Robert Brown was particularly good in License to Chill. I don't have an opinion on that. I just thought that was an odd thing to say. But no, this was
very random.
I'm excited for either of those potential round 2 matchups.
Absolutely. So that is going to do it for us at Fandom Fights. Thank you to Koho and Scully and Holtzman and Cody, Boatman, you for co-hosting, and a very special thank you to Antonio and Jake, as this was newly announced their last match. So very special thank you to you guys. We will see everybody with the next match of round 1 of the tournament. Looking forward to it. We'll see you next time. Bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.